Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you Lord Buddha's Tarot Animal Sign Predictions. And this is for you coming from the Ox family and for the month of July 2017. So let me shuffle my Kabbalistic tarot cards. And the first card that I'm going to pull is to do with your first 15 days of July. And this is a difficult card that I've pulled for you. And so let's talk of your area of romance in the first 15 days of July. It's a black moon card, which normally shows depression, frustration, unhappiness, and difficulties in apprehending or difficulties in understanding issues of romance which are turning to be going out of your hand and weakening and weakening. Now, if you do get a romance in the new romance in the first 15 days of July, I would ask you to be very careful. Don't accept this offer very quickly because it's a negative card. So this new romance will come with complications. The person may be good, but at that moment of the first 15 days of July, this person would be full of complications. And these complications, by the way, could include emotional problems, financial problems, and some secrets this person may want to conceal from you. So don't give your heart away too quickly. Do some research. Talk to this person. Find out what the issues are. Otherwise, later on, you're going to be disappointed with this new romance that came in the first 15 days of July. If you have an ongoing romance, you have to worry that you cannot take the lead. And if you do take the lead, you're going to be denying your romance partner of finding solutions for you. So you can make many mistakes in the first 15 days which are linked to emotional areas. You can be very stubborn, very dominating. You yourself may have some secret issue which may be exposed in one way or another. And so if this happens, you have to be ready for the first 15 days of July in advance to clear your table and not allow any of these things to disrupt your romance. Or it could be sometimes that your romance partner comes with these problems which I've mentioned. And if that happens and you want to value the romance and hold on to it, don't retaliate. Just keep quiet and be calm, be forgiving, be kind. It's only 15 days of this which are troubling you. Okay? Now let's go to your marriage area. Your marriage area is also very troubled, let me put it that way. And so it says emotional issues are there. You definitely cannot be stubborn or dominating, nor showing your temper. And be careful that past issues are surfacing, that you can be blamed for many things going wrong. Or it could be also these past issues from your marriage partner's side, which are very bad. So you have to be serious as not wanting to blame your marriage partner for everything under the sun. Otherwise, very quickly, in the first 15 days of July, your marriage area will weaken very fast. It says you cannot rule with an iron hand. You have to show kindness, and you have to be a person who understands why these problems are coming up, rather than putting the finger at the blame and just being a person so determined to destroy the other person. So don't do that, or your marriage will be really in trouble in the first 15 days for you coming from the Ox family. Okay? Use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, be kind, and this way the temperature, the heat will come down very fast on any of these 15 days or every one of these 15 days and nights. Now regarding your marriage can be in trouble. It says, this card says that firstly, emotional issues are very ripe for trouble. So emotional areas can mean many things. They can be in the physical side, including the sexual side. They can be the mental side. They can be in the emotional side. So you've got to identify where the weakness of your marriage is and attend to it. Otherwise, you're going to have the first 15 days weakening your marriage very badly. If the behavior from your marriage partner is difficult, find out why. Don't just retaliate. Don't just compete and say what you want in retaliation. Find out why. Take the soft approach, definitely. Be kind. Use words which are polite. And you will see that you will come to a solution of some kind. Okay? Your general family areas, well, there's so much eruption and fire and there's gloominess. So there's an air of despondency and unhappiness in the family areas, which also includes your siblings and your family, your parents and your children. And so you have to look at all these areas to find out where the problem can come to you in the first 15 days and try to settle it and help it to lessen the intensity of it. Okay? Let's talk of your job and career issues, and this is not really a good card regarding your job and career areas. It says, firstly, you coming from the Ox family, you could lose a job, as simple as that. Or in that job, you're just not able to cope with it and you're very unhappy and you are intimidated and you also are losing hope of that job. Now you've got to pull up your socks, and there must be a reason why you can feel this way in the first 15 days of July. You have to ask yourself why. Do you need help? Talk to your colleagues, talk to your bosses, talk to all these people as to why you feel insecure. And they will realize you feel insecure and they will want to help you. But if you quietly just let yourself fade away, you will fade away in the 15 days of a job. Okay? So you've got to do something like that. If you are in business, it's going to be a 15 days where very bad news comes your way. And you can learn of a very big loss. You can learn of being defeated in something you're competing for. Business partners you will find are not very steady with you. And so financial and business areas are out of your hand, no control. Now this is really bad news. So you have to tell yourself, I've got to very quickly, before I get into the month of July, look at the situation and find out exactly why my business situation can weaken so badly. Now even if you go and look to the banking manager, I don't think you are going to get help. So you've got to do everything yourself. That's the way the situation is. Okay? The general financial situation is very gloomy. So in all areas of your life, money is very tight. Last thing you want to do is to invest long term. Don't do that. Even invest short term, I would say it's a big risk. The stock market and the forex during the first 15 days is not going to help you. The situation is like that. So it's best to just do daily things so that you can day by day improve your situation in financial situations. Alright? Now, about health I'm going to talk to you later. Later in the program I'm going to give you your good dates in July, your good colors in July, your good directions in July, and I'll talk to you about health as well. So don't go away. I've pulled this card now for the last 15 days of July for you coming from the Ox family. And the last 15 days don't improve much at all. Now it says that your aura is very weak, so the demand for you will be very low. And so people don't need you basically. And so that you can be redundant. Redundant means of no value. And so they have to let you go. Or it can mean that your level of confidence will be very weak, and therefore you are not able to cope with your responsibilities. Or it can mean that you will be very disappointed because somebody is going to create problems for you. And it can also mean that your problems of the past are going to trouble you. So in areas of romance, all these things are possible, and your romance situation is very weak. And so if you don't want to lose that romance, you have to definitely not show your temper. You definitely cannot afford to be rebellious, and definitely don't want to be argumentative. If you find a new romance, you are going to have difficulties in coping with a new romance. It comes in a way which is very rebellious. The person would be not agreeable in wanting to do as you say, and also the problems can be that this person may have some past issues or complicated life already. So don't give your heart away too quickly. When a new romance approaches you, think about it, work around it, talk to the person. If you value the person and don't want to let go, well, find out what are the problems. If you are married, then it's going to be a last 15 days which are not very happy for you. Firstly, you are going to behave very arrogantly, and you're going to be aloof, and you're going to be dominating. The trouble is that something may arise or may escape detection, and either your secret or either the secret of your marriage partner may surface, and then the problems can start. Well, if it is your secret that's exposed, you'll have to explain it nicely and humble yourself. If the problem comes from your marriage partner, be understanding if you value the marriage, and be forgiving, and be listening to the reasons given why. Don't take the aggressive approach. Otherwise, especially arguing, don't do that. Okay, be compassionate, definitely. Now, in the general family area, there is not much happiness. There is a lot of sparks flying around, so demands made on you will be a lot. This includes not only your marriage, from your marriage partner, but from your children, if you have children, from your parents, from your siblings. There seems to be an inflow of trouble. So definitely don't want to allow your marriage, don't want to allow your parents or your siblings or relatives to interfere with your romance or your marriage, because they will only add more problems. Okay? So a difficult emotional last 15 days for you. Now, I want to talk to you about your job and your career area. And your last 15 days shows that blame can come upon you, or you can lose recognition and lose your status, and somebody else may take over your responsibilities, and that you will have a danger of being played out or let down very badly as well, and that arguments should be avoided, and past problems should be settled as soon as possible. And so, in your area of career, so many things you have to do to keep your job. Otherwise, you're going to get very bad news. And that bad news will be to do with losing the job. Okay? Now, regarding your business area, you definitely cannot allow your ego to chase for contracts. If you do, you will regret it later, in the sense that you'll find that all that glitters is not gold. Or if you do, you'll find that you are left with very high overheads, or you have taken over what becomes a burden. Okay? Something from the past is also going to trouble your area of career or your business. And in your business areas, be very careful that any kind of investing, you have to carefully ask yourself whether you should. There are planets here which make the period, the last 15 days of July, very uncertain for you. And they produce, rather than help, they produce obstacles and hurdles. So chasing for new contracts, chasing for new business would not be advisable. Better to consolidate, which means whatever you have in your hands, look after it properly. That's good enough. Also be careful that it's going to be money out and money in. And you can easily make a mistake, which could be miscommunication or miscalculation. So last 15 days can make you the loser very easily. You'll have to focus on what you really want, narrow down the field to survive the last 15 days. And that way you'll be able to overcome or lessen the trouble. Okay? Alright. Your general finances are not very steady, and your general finances show that there's money out rather than money in, so demands are made from you, demands made of you from many areas. Alright? Now I'm going to talk to you about your health area. And regarding your health area, firstly, looking at these cards, you coming from the ox family, I'm worried about your stomach, which can be upset easily, could be constipation, could be food poisoning, could be drinking too much. So be careful and respect your stomach to look after it. And after that, I worry about something very serious like your liver. So do a blood test. It's a liver function test which is very cheap. Could be cholesterol problems, could be, as I said, alcohol problems. So your liver is also mentioned. So look into these two areas and that would be good for you. And now I'm going to use these cards and give you your good dates. Your good dates for July. Okay. The dates I've chosen for you are the 8th, the 17th and the 26th. It's a period where The 8th, 17th and 26th are waiting to give you many solutions, help you overcome difficulties. Morning, noon and night, you will find that the aura of energy coming for you is very positive. So in all areas of your life, romance and marriage and family and job and career and business and finances, try to project yourself. It'll be good to bond. It'll be good to enlarge the confidence for yourself as well. Remember the 8th, 17th and 26th, okay? Now for you, the Ox family, I'm going to talk to you about your colors. And the color which I've chosen for you, the best would be the color black. So try to wear undergarments, top garments as black, much black as you can, or just hold a black handkerchief, or have a piece of paper which is black and put your palms on it once in a while to absorb the black energy. It's not what the item is the color that you're always looking for. All right? And now I'm going to the area of your direction energy. And the direction I will choose for you for the month of July is the west. So face west and meditate or make your wishes. And when you make a phone call, receive a phone call, try to face west. At your place of work, when you're sitting down, wherever, try to face west. This way inspiration will come, help will come from the universe for you to help you in this pretty difficult month of July. Okay? Now there's going to be someone coming from an animal sign for you, the ox. And for the month of July, this person can trouble you in all areas of your life, or any of your areas of your life. The job, the career, the business, the finances, the romance, the marriage. Now this person is from the sheep family. So somebody from the sheep family will come to disrupt and make life difficult for you in the month of July. And so if you have a romance partner, or you're getting a romance partner who is a sheep from the sheep family, be very careful. Don't write off the person, but be very careful when dealing with that person. It's going to be a difficult dealing exercise.